In this video, we're going to look at connecting PhpStorm to your Microsoft Azure MySQL database. I make some assumptions for this video that you have PhpStorm installed, you have a project set up, but you don't have the database connection. Microsoft Azure, you have your MySQL database installed, configured, passwords, users, all set up, and that you have that information available to make your connection. When we're done, you'll be able to see the MySQL database from inside PhpStorm. You'll be able to see the tables in the fields, records, and data. Here, I have PhpStorm open up on the right side. I have my project open. On the left side, I have a Word document that has all my database information set up in it. To start this process, make sure your project's open. First thing you need to do is open your database window. To do that, we click on View, then Tools and Windows, and then we go down to Database. Click on it. Should open up the database window over on the right hand side. If you notice there's a little sideways tab here, click it, it'll close it. Click it, open it up. Here's our remote host. Once again, this is what our remote host looks like. This is our database. So now that we have that open, we actually need to add in our data source. Click the little green arrow right here. Go to data source and then MySQL. The data sources and drivers window is opened. Make sure over here on the left pane that the MySQL -@localhost is selected. We're going to go through and rename that. Over here we go and let's rename this ICT 475. Put your username in there and then MySQL at the end, just to help identify it when you come back and look at it quick. Now enter in your host name. Your host name, if you filled out this sheet down here, is this field. The host and host name are the same values. Then we want database. After we put our host in, confirm that the port is the same number, so 3306, that's what we had over here from our sheet. Then we want the database, which is our database name. Copy that out, paste that in, fill in our user, which is a bunch of randomly generated characters. Copy that, paste it in there. Password, copy, paste that in there. Make sure that this is checked, the save on disk with master password protection. Otherwise, if you don't check that, you're going to have to enter in the password every time. Once you have the information entered in here, this checked, if we go down here in the bottom part of the screen, notice that it says download missing drivers. Right now, it doesn't have the drivers to understand the MySQL database or to make that connection. What we need to do is click download, goes through, does it real quick. And now if we notice it says MySQL there. You may get a pop-up warning about permissions. Go ahead, accept that, continue on, and now we have our driver. Once you have all the information entered here, you don't have any warning down here anymore about a missing driver, go ahead and click on Test Connection. Go through, it'll give you some feedback. The important part is right here, connection successful. Once you see that, go ahead and click OK. Our connection is actually set up. At this point in time, go ahead and click OK to close this data sources and drivers window. And now if we look over here on the right hand side, once again, I'm on the database tab. You can see it's listed there and there. Now we have our database listed here. And if I hit refresh, there's nothing there because we haven't put anything in there. We haven't put any tables or records inside of our database. Right now we're connected to the database. There's no information in there. This is exactly where we want to be. Thank you.